What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. Another exciting day for SoFi. I'm going to talk about what things came down the pipeline and what they mean for us as investors. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's get right to it. So as you can see on the live ticker to my left, up 5%, 23.1 million as far as overall volume, 52.9 is the average, and that is a 6-month average, and 3.4 million shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds just today alone. You can tell that based on the block volume column. So overall, the volume is a little bit lower today. I'm going to do a little bit more technical analysis at the end and kind of piece together everything. But at the end of the day, I don't think any investor is complaining the fact that we're up 5%. And out of all the stocks I'm watching, definitely SoFi is among one of the highest up there. So definitely very exciting for investors, especially when you have a CEO that buys more. Honestly, I think this might be his addiction, just constantly buying. He did buy more yesterday, as you can see on the 24th, 37,056 at a price of $6.72. Even technically looking on the chart, the low for yesterday was exactly where he bought it at, $6.72. So exactly, hands down, he caught the bottom. So maybe he might be a hidden secret gem as far as an investor catching the bottom exactly like that. But at the end of the day, especially when it comes down to so many CEOs, like it's been in the news so much over 2021, 2022, how there was all among CEOs 69 billion that was sold in their stock. But yet here we have it, SoFi, which is a underdog in comparison to a lot of bigger names. The CEO is buying big time. So I find this very fascinating, and personally I feel that a lot of other CEOs should copy exactly what he's doing, because it shows a lot of faith in your business. Because all of us know, as far as I'm aware at least, that SoFi is a diamond in the rough, 1,000,000%. Just it needs a little bit more establishing and to get going, but still the fundamental business and their business plan is solid. So I really do like that, and this is exactly why I always buy SoFi. I definitely dollar cost average, that's the best thing to do. Keep in mind though, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day, because when it comes to spec plays such as SoFi, there is a level of risk. Yes, it could potentially go down. This is why they talked about that reverse split, because potentially if it goes below $5, blah blah blah. I'm sure you guys have all heard that. You don't need to hear me rant about that anymore, but still there's some things I want to give you a quick update on as well. So as far as short information, so I always like to talk about this as more of a benchmark. 73.47 is the short score, and that basically shows the likelihood of a squeeze happening, and that is broken up by utilization, short interest, and cost to borrow. Cost to borrow average is 6.58%. Short interest is 18.51, so it definitely has been going down over the last little bit. Utilization is 100%. So like I said, given the circumstances, I don't feel that a squeeze could happen unless something substantial comes out, catches a lot of shorts off guard, and forces them to close out their position. And right now there's 134.74 million shares that are being shorted when it comes down to SoFi. So again, take that how you see that. Let me know in the comments below if you think that there is going to be a short squeeze on SoFi. A lot of people seem to be talking about that. I don't know if that's just the thing to do. I don't know. But still, looking at options activity for today, $100,000 worth of options being done today, with 100% of them being positive. So again, that is very good. Looking on the actual chart though, it is relatively high. So a lot of puts have been being purchased recently. Even 1 week ago in total, $7.3 million worth of options and only 26% positive. So clearly things are starting to happen. And even looking at this chart right here, this is the intraday options chart. Again, on a side note, if you guys don't know options, highly suggest in researching them, because they are very beneficial. But even looking today, there has been a lot of calls being purchased. You can tell that based on the green. So clearly there's a lot of upside that is anticipated with SoFi. And then with that though, there hasn't really been anything else to talk on when it comes down to this new strategic partnership that was announced. Still waiting to hear from that, but in my opinion at least, I did do a video on this and I talked about it, saying that the risk versus reward by SoFi doing this, they're increasing their risk, at least how I foresee it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. There was some comments saying that On Deck did recently lay off 25% of their staff, but again, that's happening everywhere. I don't think that's really indicative of exactly what this strategic partnership will or will not do. So overall, let me know in the comments below what what you think about this. But with that though, just want to cap it off with some technical analysis. So looking around the actual chart, I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So as of right now, clearly there was a lot of fear yesterday. I'm sure a lot of us already knew that. That scared a lot of buyers. But today looks like they are coming back in a little bit. So again, piecing together everything like I mentioned at the very beginning, our volume is a little bit lower, so shows that institutions aren't necessarily buying as much as they normally have been or should. But looking at momentum, number of buyers individually are going up, so aka retail investors. And then moving on, looking at stochastic, there is still small deviation, red line above the black showing a little bit more of a bearish sentiment. RSI is currently at 51, and on the actual chart, we did successfully bounce off of that central Bollinger Band, so we should be trending up a little bit. So that is very optimistic and positive at the end of the day. Looking at everything on the chart, things are looking up. But just want to say though, there still clearly is a lot of fear out in the market. The Feds did actually talk today, and they didn't mention any sort of recession or anything like that. So that in reality is giving the market a little bit more calming as well. And with that, just bouncing over to the Fibonacci. So right now we're currently at $7.08 or 9 cents, right below the pivot point. So $7.41 is the point to watch for in my opinion, because if we can easily get over that, then we should be in theory trending up. And again, in order for us to do that, we need to stay above $7.41 for 2 consecutive days. So those are things to watch for. But as of right now, we're trading between the S1 and the pivot, so technically in bear territory, as is a lot of other growth stocks as well. So this is why a lot of people are talking about recession, inflation, obviously still fear out in the market, because technically we are not out of the woods yet. We have been having a lot of value rallies where we bounce up very fast, but the fear is still there. Just want to kind of let you guys know. But at the end of the day, when you have a CEO that constantly buys and supports its investors to the best of their ability, honestly, you can't get better than that. So take that how you see that. Let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships. Link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.